Welcome everyone to The Girls. We're back here with another great show. We're talking about flowers and keeping them alive, which I'm still learning to do that. But anyway, we have the Hazleton Garden Club with us, right?
Yes, we do. We have Nancy Mensinger, and we also have Chris Leskosky. Has been established 101 years ago. So guys, you look great. I mean, 101 years.
Thanks.
We have the president here, Nancy, and the parliamentarian, Chris. So Nancy, what's going on with the garden club?
Oh, well, we just got finished with our flower show, and we're planning for next year. We're going to have a tea, and there are 2 fundraisers. Every year we have like a fundraiser, so next year will be the tea. And we have a lot of projects that we do.
Here in Hazleton, you encompass how many, where do you have your members? Are they from Hazleton, the whole
They're from
area?
all
or?
over, yes. We have them from Chenexville, Albrightsville, Berwick, all around the area. Yeah.
How many members do you have?
Yeah. We have 52 members.
Wow, active.
Active. Yeah.
Members. That's amazing.
Yes.
What's the mission of the garden club?
Well, to educate and to also show how to create different things like horticulture, flowers. She's more into flowers. I'm more into the horticulture part of it. She does a lot of the designing. Yeah. So
I know that Janine doesn't really have a gift for keeping flowers. Like, well, you always say it all the time. So I was I was here one day, and Alyssa had purchased this for Janine, this little orchid plant. Yeah. So I saw it in the garbage because it was neglected.
Not the flower.
No
it had
flower.
It was dead.
It was just 2 green leaves.
Not
and
even.
It was in. Well, they were dead.
Yeah, they were dead.
So I retrieved from her. I said, "What are you doing with this poor thing?" She said, "Well, it's dead." I said, "No, it's not. It's a living thing. It could come back to life." So I took her home and I named her Orphan Orchid. And so Orphan Orchid has been blooming like crazy. And now that Janine moved to Florida, I figured I would bring her to see.
She's gonna die
have a
if I touch her.
visitation. So I send pictures. They have a little visitation on FaceTime.
Look how nice
Aw,
her is.
That's
Gorgeous.
honey.
look at that.
She's pretty.
So yeah, it's very rewarding to grow something.
Yes.
And to just see it thrive, like I grew my kids and they're thriving. But
Yeah.
So what do you tell people that are trying to grow things? What's the most common thing they do wrong?
Overwater.
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 I was feeding her an ice cube every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yep.
Once a week. Like yeah.
Every Sunday they get an ice cube.
One a week is plenty.
Okay, well, there you
yeah,
go.
that's the main thing.
And
Root
when
rot.
when the flowers fall off, don't throw it away. It'll bloom again.
Well, Mom has it now.
And I don't cut off the stem either. I let all the energy go back into the plant, and then when the stem is dead, then I clip it down.
My artificial flowers are doing great.
The artificial flowers are doing great. They're the easiest
We
ones
don't
to
ever
grow.
use those. Ever.
No?
No artificial anything. No, especially in our show. Like even our
Oh,
staging.
you guys don't, right.
has to
For our
be-
shows, yeah. At home we do.
So where do you have your shows now? You go to the flower show in Philadelphia a lot of times, but then in the Hazleton area that people could come to see you. Where are some of your locations that you've been having your shows?
We had it at the basement of Transfiguration Church.
Okay.
And that's where we had it the past 2 years, 2 times, yeah.
That's
so it
our
works
home
out
now,
good.
I think, because they're really good to us, and it's a nice size. So, and we have a lot of stuff we bring.
Well, they're so pretty, and there's so many varieties of flowers. What are some of the flowers that are common to our area? Because, of course, you can't grow bird of paradise here.
Right.
Evidently, they need all year long to grow. But what are some of the common flowers if people are thinking that maybe they want to start a little garden with flowers? What should they plant?
Weeds.
You'll get those. You don't have to plant them. You will get the weeds. But right now, hydrangeas.
I was going to say the hydrangeas in there, yeah.
The hydrangeas that you brought for me are absolutely stunning, and the color of them. I noticed that we have hydrangeas in our yard, and some will start out pink, and then they'll turn maybe to a greenish color,
Yep.
and then I have another bush that starts out blue, and then turns into the greenish color. So what is going on there with these hydrangea bushes? How do you know what color you're going to get?
It depends on the acid in the soil, right? If it's
So it's
alkaline
the
or
pH.
acid,
yeah,
and that,
that's for the blue ones. the pink ones, you don't. It doesn't have to be as the soil doesn't have to be as acidic, but they're pink normally. So the blue ones, they're a different variety.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a different variety.
But I noticed as they were changing, then both of them changed to like a greenish color.
Yeah.
So is that how they dry?
Yep.
Okay. So I should clip those off and keep them.
Yep. And then you can spray paint them.
Oh,
And they're gorgeous.
Janine.
You could put them on your Christmas tree. Your whole tree could be hydrangeas.
That's a good idea.
Nancy.
See that?
Tell Nancy something. Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole tree could be hydrangeas. It's gorgeous.
And then
They spray silver and gold.
do you trim it like the stem that it's on? You know, they get the dry part. Do you just like leave that on there, or
Yes,
I get different things from different people. Do you clip them? Do you leave them? What do you do?
Oh, for you mean when they're alive on the?
No, when it's like fall
Well-
and everything's gone, then all of those sticks are sticking up. Do you trim
There's
those sticks
different
down?
types of hydrangeas. Some of them grow on the old wood, and so wait till the spring. And if you see the little greens coming on the old wood, don't touch it. If there's
Okay.
nothing, then you cut it down to
Okay.
the bottom.
See that?
Yeah.
I love my hydrangeas, and they got
Yeah.
really, really big this year because they had a lot of
Yeah.
rain.
Yep.
It was a good year this year.
I
for
like
them.
ferns. They're
Oh, I
easy to
love
take care
Oh,
of.
yeah.
Yeah, ferns are beautiful.
Yeah, Janine's really, really good with the ferns because
They last forever. They last. I find here too in this area because you have like cold or you don't have as much sun, that the ferns they can handle different climate better than most things.
And shade.
I would
too.
fry a lot of my flowers because I get a lot of sun. So we've had challenges with the front of the house with putting flowers there because I get so much sun in the front of the house. So what flowers do good with a lot of sun?
Again, the hydrangeas like that. I don't know. What do you?
how about impatiens? Those
we
are
have
pretty.
Patience, yes.
Yeah, we
And,
have our roses,
Roses.
in the,
I have
in
rose
the
bushes in
sun.
the front.
Yep.
In the sun too. A lot of times it's trial and error.
Yeah.
You plant something, and if it doesn't do good there, then you move it to another spot. And it's crazy how different areas thrive and others don't. So
My mom has a whole
20.
shelf
I have
of
20
orchids, and they do well in that area.
They
It seems like they
light.
have this one window, and that's where, like, because
It's
I
the
tried
orchid
them in
window.
different spots, and no, they had to go back over there
Yeah.
because they just like that one window. So it's just amazing
Just
because
amount of nice sun, just amount of shade. And that's
kind of a
what is it
guessing
like
game.
like an east window?
it faces your house, Janine. So which would that be? Is that east?
Let me think.
I'm over here like now
North,
you're asking me
south. It is.
directions.
East.
It
It's
is
an
the
east
east
window.
Yeah, the east window
Yes.
seems to do the best. If you have it in the south, it fries. You'll see that the leaves get
Right.
all
South would be the front of my house.
they get all yellow and dry off. If you have filtered light in the sun, that in the south, that's fine.
So now, if I join the garden club, is there a fee to join?
Yeah, it's $20 for the
Okay.
year.
And then, how often do you have your meetings?
Let's see.
Once a month.
Yeah, we have them once a month. January and February we don't have meetings, but then we have luncheons, May and December, and then we have a picnic in August. So we have them in place of the regular meetings.
And what do you do when I come to a meeting? Do we talk about flowers? Is somebody a speaker? Does are there different topics? What goes on?
We have a workshop usually, and that would be they'll discuss how to do a different bouquet, like is that called a traditional, or what would you call yours? Traditional, okay. And then they have creative line design, there's illuminating, and so usually every month we have somebody that will describe how to do that design.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we're talking with the Hazleton Garden Club. Hey, if you're looking for a hobby and you want to meet some new people and get creative and keep your flowers alive, you can join. It's only $20 for the year.
That's right. They'll have a lot of fun.
All right.
We'll
Stay
be
with
right-
us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the girls. We're having a very fun time learning about plants. Some of us are.
Little
We're with the president of the Hazleton Garden Club, Nancy Mensinger, and also the parliamentarian, Chris Leskosky. And they are filling us in on some of the great things that are offered here in the Hazleton area. If you want to join any club, you can join the Hazleton Garden Club. You're not only a fun club and you can learn things, but you're also a nonprofit organization. So tell us a little bit about what you do there.
Okay. Well, do you want me to? Well, we have a couple different places we go to. We go to Providence Place, and we work with the residents there. They make nice little bouquets, and we're going twice a year now. So that is always a big deal. Same with the Hazleton Adult Center on Broad Street. We have a program down there, and we usually go like in September, and Providence Place is like May and December. So we do that. We have Brandon's house, where we bring pots and potting soil, and the children there take geraniums and make really nice pots that they could bring home. So that's always a fun time. Helping Hands up in the Heights area, we decorate that. In the fall, we have pumpkins and different mums that we decorate that.
Downtown Hazleton.
Oh yeah, we did downtown Hazleton last year. We decorated that with the pumpkins, and that was fun doing that. Art in Bloom is a big thing too, down at the Art League, and it's really amazing how they'll take a picture like that picture, and they will make a design with flowers to match the picture. And
awesome.
it's just,
And
yeah.
it's open to the public.
We love the Art League. We just did a show there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so amazing to see people's creativity and what they see versus what you see.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
We
also
do.
have, is it Inspiration Park?
Yes, we
With
do.
the gazebo.
It's our little park.
That's a big one, yeah, because we maintain that. Chris and her husband got that started, and we maintain it like every other week. 2 members go out and they help pull the weeds and clean up that.
Yeah, and that's in conjunction with Hazel Township. We worked with them.
It's in a very central spot too. It's right on 309.
Yeah,
there
I don't know if you remember
so
what that looked like before.
Yes,
it
we
was
do.
not pretty.
You
So now
did a
it's
beautiful
pretty.
job there and made it. In fact, it's so pretty that a lot of the students from the high schools use that as a photo spot for the proms and whatever.
That makes us feel good because we do a lot there.
Yeah, I do see people every now and then sitting there, and I'm thinking, oh, that's nice. I'm glad to see somebody's
Someone
taking
using it.
advantage.
Where do you come up with your inspiration or design for all the projects?
It just comes to us. Yeah.
all right.
Where else?
And
People
then
will
also-
mention it.
Yeah, yeah. And then when we have our meetings, you brainstorm and and then all the ideas come together. Yeah.
We have the Blue Star marker, and that's another thing. Chris could talk about that.
Yeah,
Tell
the
them
Blue
about-
Star Marker, that's one of our national projects, and that's for the veterans. So on 15th Street, at the very end, 15th and 93, that Veterans Park, our marker is there. We put a marker there. And then twice a year, we put a wreath, in front of the marker, and they do a ceremony with the West Hazleton
Fire department.
Fire department, yeah. So that's a real big thing with national. Some of our projects are, everyone thinks that we're just the Hazleton Area Garden Club, but we're not. Our garden club belongs to a district, and the district has 12 clubs all around us, all the way Milford, Montrose,
Allentown, Bethlehem.
south. We're all over. Then our district belongs to the state, and that's the Garden Club Federation of Pennsylvania, and that's what
Weren't you the president of that at one time?
I was in 2017 to 19, and that's about 5,000 members. And then we belong to Central Atlantic Region for garden clubs, which is the 6 states around Pennsylvania. And then all of us belong to National Garden Club, and that has about 190,000 members.
Wow.
So everybody thinks we're just this little garden club, but it's massive.
Yeah.
And National has all kind of projects. We have a Planted Pink, which we do at the Cox House. We have a Planted Pink garden for the in memory and in honor of people with breast cancer. So we have that, and we do the Cox House as well. We did all their gardens. So yeah, we do a lot. We do a lot.
If you think of every occasion that you've ever celebrated, there's always flowers involved.
Absolutely.
It just seems like flowers make the event, it's like icing on the cake. No matter what you have, if you have flowers, they're needed. and you send someone flowers if they're ill or whatever, but they just seem to brighten. You walked here in the house today with the flowers that you brought for Sam and I, which I thank you so much for our 50th anniversary. And not only the colors, but it's just the way you have them arranged. It was just such a thoughtful gift. It just brightens your day.
Good, we're glad.
So you do such wonderful things. You're around all the beauty. You not only work with flowers, but you have, as you said before, you do wreaths and whatever. So do you do pine cones, or what do you make your wreaths out of?
We don't know yet. This is
I'll
our next
show you
meeting.
pine cones.
This is our next
This
meeting.
is the
I have a
wreath
wreath
queen.
right in there with all pine,
Pine
cones.
cones. Yeah, they're beautiful.
And they came from
they're-
our tree.
And they're free.
I was just going to
That's
say, if you need
Yes.
pine cones, you come right next door and you just bring as many big garbage bags as you can, because I think last year we collected almost
I had to
1,000.
throw some
I think we had
out.
1,000.
Oh, wow.
And they
We
were
did a
a
party,
nice big
remember?
one.
You know, art party.
So she had a little
All
crafty.
my friends came over. We had
and
a craft group.
we did
that's
crafts with the pine cones. But
cool.
there's Mother Nature, shedding some of her stuff. And
Yeah.
I hated to see them getting crunched out there by all the cars, so we picked them up and did something with
There's
them.
some beautiful dried plant material. Like when your flowers start dying, you go out in your garden, like the hydrangeas. They're beautiful, and you could do a lot of things with dried. And like I said before, paint them.
Let's talk about the dried flowers after a break, right? We're learning, take time to smell the roses. We'll take time to learn about the Hazleton Garden Club here on The Girls. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the girls. We're having a lot of fun here and learning a lot of things about the herbs and flowers and everything in our area, and most of all about
Orphan orchid.
Janine keeps admiring her
Can you
little
believe
orchid.
So during the break, tell them what you said about you judge the orchids based on the
On
flower.
the flowers, and that would absolutely be a first place winner.
I'm glad I brought her back to life.
That would be a blue.
But we were talking again in the break about some of the other things that you do. And one of the
Scholarships?
things is that you're a nonprofit, so if you'd like to send a donation, you could go to their Facebook page. We'll have some information on the screen as well. And then you give money to scholarship. And who do you give that scholarship to?
To a college student every year. We give it at Christmas, and it's $1,000. And the scholarship is called the Michelle T. Felon Scholarship, because when she was president of our club, she passed away from breast cancer. So we donate that in her memory.
That's great.
every
And
year.
how do they apply, or how do you pick?
Actually, we have a committee who goes to all the schools and gives them the applications. They go to the high schools in the area and give them the applications, and then they fill it out and send it to us, and then we have a committee who picks the winner.
I love that. And
What's
it's-
it based on? Like, how do you pick a winner?
Well, they're
questions
grades.
involved.
Okay.
They're grades, and then they also have to go into something with horticulture, landscaping. There's like a whole list of things.
When you mentioned about your members, you have men also who can
Oh,
join.
yes, we do.
And if you have a truck, we'll take it.
That's our motto.
Right?
You have a truck.
Yes, but we do have members and men who join the club. Yeah, we do. We don't only have people who come and talk about wreaths and flowers. We just had a beekeeper. He was excellent.
That's
he was
neat.
excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, and he brought his products, and we bought them, and so we have a big variety of programs. different
Right,
programs.
right. We had one that did bonsai, and he showed us how he did the
Oh,
bonsai.
the
And
intricate
my
cuttings
God,
of the
they were
bonsai trees.
beautiful.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
That was beautiful.
Big, little.
So you don't think of all the things that come into it. You have vegetables, you have herbs,
Yep.
anything you grow, right?
Yeah, we have 4 master gardeners in our club, and and so a lot of them grow the vegetables.
Your motto is come for the knowledge, stay for the friendship. Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Well, I'll tell you why. It seemed like I always thought of the garden club. Years back, I wanted to join when I was in my 30s, and the one lady that I was doing macrame for, she had a plant shop, and she's like, "You don't want to join? They're out of your league, And
they're out
all
of your
this.
league.
Yeah. So then I always thought it was like a snob club, so I thought, oh, whatever. But anyway, in 2010, I was in Leadership Hazleton from Leader Services, and we did Rails to Trails. We did a little bridge, and we did grass. And since Rails to Trails, they do the 2 entrances. It's
another
the
project.
our garden club does the 2 entrances there. So I thought, well, I'm going to come to a meeting and tell them that Leadership Hazleton is doing this. And so when I went to the meeting, And I talked about it. I'm like, oh my God, these people are so nice and they're so friendly. I ended up joining. Yeah,
See?
so
Don't
it-
listen to others.
You don't listen. It was,
Exactly.
yeah, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The people in Hazleton in general are very, very nice people.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't judge someone by how they look or whatever, but really, they are very inviting, and they're brilliant with the things that they do. When you mentioned the Hazleton Garden Club and what you thought of at first, I thought of Dennis the Menace, because remember George Wilson on the show? He always had the beautiful garden, and they would go around and judge the gardens, and of course Dennis was always breaking the roses or doing whatever on that. But
That's funny.
that's what I always thought the garden club was, like you grow a nice garden, and then somebody comes in and judges that. But our neighbor, Ann Schneider, is a
Oh,
member.
Ann. Oh, a
and
long
so,
time.
yeah.
51 years she's
Yes.
been a member of our
Wow.
garden
Yes.
club.
Well, Ann, if you're
51
watching,
years.
And
my
she was
goodness.
the president 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we
she's the
love
one-
Ann. Yes.
So she had told me a little bit about the garden club, and I wanted to join so many times, and was always busy working, whatever. And then COVID hit, so I
Well, now
really
you can
didn't have an
join.
opportunity to. Yeah, now that you moved to Florida, and I have to come and visit you and move to Florida, we'll have to start. You'll have to start a garden club, Janine, because you have so much wealth of knowledge with raising.
Well, you can't.
You
in
could be
Florida. There's
how
a
to
lot of
dispose
garden
of your
clubs in
plants.
Florida.
Oh, listen. I'm gonna grow something and send you guys a picture.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
That'd be great.
I'll
Well,
keep
you're,
an orchid
you're
alive.
in the
Will it
sun.
be- will it
down
be a
I'm
there.
in the sun.
You could grow.
A fern? No, not a fern. Not a
Now,
fern.
what would she grow in Florida? What would be the best
Oh
thing
my
for her
gosh,
to grow?
there's so much-
Anything.
Something easy.
Anything, yeah,
What's
because-
easy?
Anything.
What's easy for inside in a restaurant?
Oh, inside, anything. I mean, Florida. Yeah, Florida is
weather's
warm, so
perfect.
the weather is perfect.
See that?
Yeah, and
All right.
they have nice
I'm
flower
buying a
shows
flower
there.
tomorrow. A plant.
Yeah,
Plan.
and so many things that we want to put in our designs are very expensive if you go to buy them.
Right.
Where in Florida, you just go outside your door and
You
you,
do.
cut them, and like we get so jealous, like, we want that, particular tropical flower, and we don't have it here, so we have to purchase ours.
What is your favorite flower?
Mine is a lilac. I love
like
lilacs.
lilacs.
Yeah.
Lilac
And
bushes,
I
they
also
smell
like
nice.
gladiolas because they're really nice for designs because they have a nice line to them.
And how about you, Nan?
Mine are orchids. I'm more into horticulture, and I love orchids. Yeah.
I like orchids too.
And you like
They
roses?
last.
I love
The
roses.
flowers last so long.
They do.
Yeah.
They do, I know. They really
And
last
these,
long.
well, they look like mums, but
Are
what
they magnolias or chrysanthemums? Are they
They're mums.
chrysanthemums?
Yeah.
They're
Are they
from
mums?
Smith Floral. And they purposely sent us those because Janine lives in Florida now, and she loves the fall, but she won't be here in the fall.
They're
so
cute.
we thought
Yeah.
we'd bring a
Oh,
little
so they
fall
sent-
into the area for her.
You guys can
It's Halloween.
stick out fall and winter.
Yeah, I know, because you miss it so much, don't you?
Anyway, I love Pennsylvania too.
Yeah. So you have a
That's great.
Facebook page? You post on there
Yes.
regularly?
Yes.
You
yes.
put
So if-
pictures?
yeah, just go to Hazleton Area Garden Club, and it will take you to our Facebook page, and we have everything
I love it.
that we do is on there for the past, 2 years, I guess.
Yep. You'll see the picture when we had our 100th anniversary, all of our members in our pink shirts.
I love
and,
that.
Yeah. And I don't know if you remember Monica Barletta.
Oh, absolutely.
She's
Oh
right
my
in
gosh,
the front
yeah.
row. She loved our club, and we loved her as well. So she's right there in that picture. Yeah. So if you go on and see, you'll see her.
Learned a lot today.
I know.
How
I
are
hope
you,
so.
Orchid?
Visitation.
She's loving all this light.
But I trust you to take care of her overnight.
No.
No.
Oh, overnight? Maybe.
And we have to get her in the right window.
Okay.
So now
East window. So it has to be on that side.
you don't have any.
See, I don't have any windows
Alyssa
in
has
the
an
east.
east window up in
She
her
does.
bedroom.
North works pretty good too.
Okay, that back one.
So when in doubt, which window should you try and put a planted? Which do you most like?
It depends what
If it's
does better.
flowering, it goes east, right?
Well, it depends. If you have a south window, you could put it in there. If you have filtered light, like if you have a sheer curtain or something, or if you have it back from the window, you could do that. But, you always have to worry about it burning the leaves.
So what's the most common thing?
Plants and garden plants it's all a guessing game, and it depends on where your house is located. So, like Nancy said before, try something here. It's not working, move it. You can move plants all the time, but it's mostly.
I think I just overwater. Don't overwater.
That's the number
That's
one.
what I was
That's
gonna say.
the number
Is that the
one.
number one thing
That's-
that people do to their
And with
plants?
succulents as well. if you water those, because they are full of water. So the more you put in, then they start to mush.
So that would be like
rot.
cactus and
Yes,
whatever.
all
Okay.
kind of
And how, I know we have to go, but how often should you change, not for the orchid, how often should you change the
Size of the pot.
pot or the mulch in there, or the,
Yeah,
what's it called? Potting.
Now, when it's blooming like that, don't touch it. Yeah. Once it gets done blooming, then you could, but once every 2 years maybe.
wow.
They do better when they're pot bound. Yeah.
You see all the roots growing up. So
Yeah.
am I
That's
doing
fine.
right by cutting back those spiny things that grow out or let them grow? I was told 2 different things.
The roots, I wouldn't cut the roots. I leave the roots.
No,
but
they-
those,
yeah, they
but those spiny things there, they're fine.
These things.
These used
yeah,
to
these
be.
are the things, that's what I'm talking about.
These used to be, yeah.
Should you cut those?
You could cut them down, yeah,
But
but not the
to
roots.
cut these things that are
Yeah.
growing out, these
Yeah.
long spiny things here. These
cut-
are the roots.
Yeah, but sometimes you know what? Sometimes you have too many roots,
Cut
and
this
if you
out.
notice they're getting
Yeah, they were like
brown
all
or,
over the table.
Yeah.
I have to
Then
do
you-
something with these. They look like spiders.
I know,
Spider legs.
I know.
Well,
So-
she's very gorgeous.
Yes, she
Yes,
is.
she is.
Okay.
She's my pride and joy.
Yeah.
One of them.
Thank you guys for being on the show.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Enjoy your mugs. Maybe you could put
We
some.
will.
You could pot some plants in there.
We will.
Exactly. They'll
Be
put a
kinda
nice
cool.
thing of flowers
Oh,
in
absolutely. And then we'll send you the picture.
There.
There. That'll be great.
All right. Deal.
You're looking for something to do? Check out the Hazleton Garden Club. If you can't get out to do it, you could also send them a donation because they do wonderful things in the area. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next time.